Well, I'm just about to leave Scioto. I actually am lying. I went over to parked in the racetrack to steal their Wi-Fi to load my video. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm going to stay here for about 5 minutes and then I'm going to head out. What a pretty inclement night. It poured rain on two different occasions. First time Mother Nature caught me with a short sleeve summer suit on and saturated me with Irresistible Sun, who was fantastic tonight. I guess we'll start. Just run through the races. Irresistible Sun was very, very good. Just a nonchalant, easy win tonight from him. I knew that he was coming off getting castrated. He wasn't super tight. And when the long shot went out of there with Elliot Deaton, I said, I don't want to park him. And I don't really want to remove because then I chance somebody else jumping on me right away. And I don't know how much is in the tank. He is a little bit short. So I opted for door number 2. I said, I'm just going to leave that horse alone on the front end. I know I'm coming, I'm looking at the toe port. He's 31-1. I think he was 31-1. I'm not coming. I'm going to sit. I'll either wait, and then when I hear people coming, I'll reassess my feelings of the horse on the front end. If I think that he can take me to that lane, I'll leave him. If not, away we go. And again, I opted for door number 2. I could hear somebody coming. I looked up. I said, you look like you're not that strong. And I just moved him over, and away we went. He raced really, really well. Just, as I said, just absolutely jogged and looked dominant in an absolute monsoon or rainstorm at the time. Come off the track, just soaked. Went down, got my mud gear on. Went back out with Gypsy. I felt so bad for Gypsy. He made one little error, just lost his concentration for a second, and he made a break. And somebody had said, well, he never made a break with hobbles on. Well, he did everything but break his last start with hobbles on. I can assure you from post 9 tonight with no hobbles on, he most definitely would have been on the run. The problem with the 9 hole at Scioto Downs is you have to be in position or the gate will leave you. You'll be 3-4 lengths off the gate. The other problem is the 9 hole, as you go by where the horses come on the track, it's about 2 feet, if that, from your outside wheel to the ambulance that is parked there and the gate. If you guys remember, Globetrotting was a huge favorite in a sire stake here one night. Same thing happened to her. Now, you can mitigate this by following the 8 horse around the turn, but then you have to sprint up into position because the gate will leave you. Well, Gypsy Hill wasn't really in sprinting mode, right? His leg is much better. He's trotting great on it. He's trotting fluid. The break tonight had nothing to do with any lameness or gait or anything else. It had to do with it had to do with the gate where they go on the track. Right there, he just lost his attention for a second, put a step in, rolled off stride. He tried to catch up, raced his butt off afterwards, and got interfered with down the lane. And I realized after he was 6th place 5th. So he got a little money, a couple little points, but I felt so bad for him because he's overcome so much. That leg was sore his last time he raced, and there's no injury. We do have injuries from time to time. We'll talk about one of them in a minute, but this is more of a concussion. I use I'll go to banging your shin off of the bedpost somewhere around there, and then maybe bruising the area in there, all the soft tissue area, the tendons, ligaments, muscles. It was sore. And Jason and everybody's done a hell of a job getting him sounded up. I think a shoeing change will really help him. I think it will. But Jason was right. He said, I don't know if I'd opt for the shoeing change for Scioto because the track's generally deep. Now, it wasn't tonight, but it usually is. He's right. And I think it was the right call not to make the shoeing change for tonight, but I would like to try it. Just turn his shoes around. I think he'll hit that. He'll either change the place he hits, or he'll hit it a lot less up on the top part of his shin, up towards his jack. Not quite his jack, just the top part of his inside of his left hind leg. But he was sound on it tonight. As I said, that had nothing to do with it. I just felt so bad for the horse. And looking back at it right away, I'm like, I should have just followed the 8 up. But I couldn't have got him into position. So I would never have done that. If you'd have said, why don't you just follow the 8? My first instinct would be say, I can't because I can't keep him in position. Which is also right. But, knowing what happened in hindsight, I wish I had him, I suppose. But he raced great. They all raced great tonight. Irresistible Sun was great. Gypsy raced good to come back. Showed a lot of grit to come back and be 5th. Sweeney was very good. You know, I wanted to bust out of there, and I wanted to put the 3 in a bad spot. Maybe he'd overtrot himself and make a break. But as I looked kind of out of the corner of my eye going into the first turn. It didn't look like he was very vulnerable. It looked like he was trotting squarely, so I had to retreat, ducked him into the 2-hole, which I could see who was coming. That was about to be the 3-hole. Now I'm sitting behind the 2 favorites. Sweeney raced great, finished up great, shot through the middle, and was really trotting at the wire and showed a lot of determination. He was trying to run that horse down. He just couldn't quite get him. But had to trot 28-3, 28-4 in the end of it. Just a great mile from him. And then our boy Prince. Great mile. I thought he was going to get placed first when they were showing the inquiry tape. The only people that weren't too enthusiastic about it were Lauren and Joey and Jason Merriman. They're here with the horses, and if he gets placed first, he's in the test barn for an hour and a half. Instead, they can bath him, put a blanket on him, and leave. So, but I mean, we all did want to win. And they didn't end up tossing the kid that won the race, and that's fine. Prince raced great. You know, trotted as hard as he could to the wire. He's going to be a really, really nice 3-year-old, and he's going to finish off his year, I think, with a bang, too. He's getting better and stronger every start. Get a couple of fair races into him. What I would like to see happen is for Gypsy Hill and Irresistible Sun to stay off of the top 8 or 9 list. I don't want to race them in the super final. I think both of them would do great. They need to race for 100 in the consolation, which would be great, and both of them are sitting on the way up on the list in the Buckeye final also. So they are allowed to race in the Sire State Consolation and the Buckeye final, which would be perfect. Now, in saying that, I would also like to see Sweeney and Prince Charmer stay off the final of the Buckeye and race in the Consolation. But Sweeney races like that again, we might have 3 in the Buckeye final. The other 2, I think, there's no locks. They have another division, but they're definitely on the top 8 or 9 list. So those were good. I made a video earlier that I just posted about how ecstatic I was. You know, a huge weight lifted off my shoulder, getting everything squared away with the banking, and I thought the horses at the Meadows raced okay. You know, on my way to the racetrack here in Scioto, and 5 minutes after I finished the video, I get a call from the vet saying that they did rescan, looks like Money's leg today, and there is in fact a small lesion on that leg. So that puts him out of the Maple Leaf Trot, and quite frankly, given the speed at which he is and how strong and powerful he is, and the horses he has to race against, I would have to think there's at least a chance it will cost him the rest of his season. And listen, he's had a great year, and he's going to come back and be a great horse for us. But as I said to one of our clients today, that we're pretty upset, and I don't blame them. Our partners should be upset. He's our best horse. But this train's not going to stop. Not for him or any of the other. All those horses that are injured, it's like any other sports team. Those horses will come back, right? None of these are career-ending injuries. None of them are going to slow the horse down in the long run. We'll rehab the horses, bring them back, and they will rejoin our stable, our team, at the place they were when they left, hopefully. And that's the plan. Do right by the horse, they'll come back. So it is upsetting, but as I said, we're going to keep pushing forward, and hopefully our supporting horses that are going right now pick up the slack and keep pushing the stable forward, the same as looks like Money did, the same as any of our horses did. So that's the plan with him. He's going to need some time off now and rehab, and we'll do that for him. We'll do right by him. We have Patrick racing tomorrow. Now, I had a great conversation with Mark Beckwith. We were talking about greatest ending. He had a nasty, nasty foot abscess, and he was showing me on pictures why it happened, or why he had a blacksmith come in that was a big thoroughbred blacksmith, and he was showing him that the foot was a little lopsided, and it grows that way, so you have to constantly keep correcting it. And if you don't, after a while, you're going to see this come back again and again. Remember, I told you when we bought Greatest Ending, his biggest knock was he had bad feet and he tied up. Well, I think the second one probably is caused by the first one, truth be told. So his feet are the key to the horse. I keep saying he'll be ready in a week, and he said, Anthony, Ian had looked at the horse today, the blacksmith, and said, here's what his feet looked like under x-ray when you came to me. Here's what they look like now. And you can literally see the difference, even on x-ray, of how much better they look and how much even they look. So it is frustrating. But at the same token, another good horse that will come back. We're doing our best to put him in a proper position to move forward consistently. We can get him right back racing half-assed, but you're just going to have a half-assed racehorse over and over and over again. Let's get the horses back right the way they need to be so that we can maximize what they do on the track each start. Patrick's another one. I thought he raced so-so his first start, and Mark had said, well, to be fair, he was coming off a race where it looked like he AFib. Now, there was no confirmation, but it certainly looked like he did. And then he had a long time off. You galloped him a couple of fast miles, but, and then he paced 51 and a piece in the mud. And I said, yeah, that might be me just being greedy, saying, oh, Patrick should have been better. Maybe he was as good as he could be. I trained him the other day. He trained fast. I didn't think he was as sharp as attack, but he just had that open bridle on again. We're going to put the hood with cups on him tomorrow. I am going to duck him. I'd like to see him race good. If he doesn't, he can go out to the field for a few weeks too and freshen back up. We have some solid racehorses here. And yes, some of our best horses are down right now, but they won't be for long. They'll be back. And as I said, the rest of our horses are racing pretty good tonight. We had an unfortunate break with Gypsy Hill. Otherwise, we had a first and 2 seconds in stake races. And somebody might say, well, they're Buckeyes. All right, go tell that to the people they beat tonight. Right? 9 in every race. We beat 20 horses tonight. No, we beat 24 horses tonight. We've had a pretty good run. So I'm optimistic and hopeful about Patrick tomorrow, and really excited to race the Colts in Pennsylvania on Saturday, race the fillies on Sunday, get to watch the Memory and Imagination race on Sunday, and the Kentucky Colts race on Sunday also. We have a huge weekend coming up. A little lull afterwards, let everybody get their bearings, talk about other things that are coming up in the fall that we're not going to talk about yet. But for right now, yes, there's going to be bumps along the way, but things as a whole are going very, very well right now. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I will be home at 1:30 in the morning. No, I'm going to load this video. 1:45, hopefully, in the morning. And then off to Pennsylvania tomorrow. So I hope you guys had a good day. I know for my partners, it looks like money. It was a shitty day. Looking forward to such great things. But they're not going to stop writing those classes. And it looks like money will make his way back. So chin up. Things will be better soon enough. Take care.